Hi everyone, it's me, your boy, Uncle Melty, from the Metal Meltdown. I'm no longer sick! Yeah! I am, however, very tired. Very tired. So very tired. But alas, I will persevere because I must, because I love you, and because I really want to talk about this brand new album from Revocation entitled New Gods, New Masters. This is the 9th full-length studio album from this American technical death and thrash metal crew hailing from Boston, Massachusetts for nearly 20 years now. God damn, I feel old. They've been putting out some of the most cutthroat, visceral, high-octane, exhilarating, and also intelligent and creative technical death and thrash metal imaginable. And they've been doing it pretty consistently. Every album, consistently great. They are consistently upping their game, getting wilder, better at their craft with every album. And that early to mid-2010s run of albums where Revocation was putting out a new album pretty much every single goddamn year, nothing short of stellar. I mean, Chaos of Forms, Teratogenesis, the self-titled album, Deathless, Great Is Our Sin, banger, 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 certified motherfucking bangers, all across the goddamn board. Dave Davidson as well is one of the greatest metal guitar players of our time. His ability to blend so many different styles into something that is fluid and exciting and totally consistently unpredictable is wild. I mean, it's full-blown 80s metal shredding and high-speed thrash metal riffs and muscular death metal riffs and also neoclassical jazz flamenco styles all kind of mesh and mix in at times. Tons of wild time signatures and unorthodox beats and structures and colorful, even wacky and funky, dare I say, dynamics and little bits and pieces thrown all throughout as well. We've had Dave Davidson here on the Metal Meltdown. He's a great fucking guy. Revocation is the fucking best. What more can I say? And unsurprisingly, their latest album, New Gods, New Master, also great. Stellar. Is it fair to say that I am biased? Yes, absolutely. But, counterpoint. Fuck you, I don't care. Okay, so for the sake of being fair and balanced, I will concede that, musically, all things considered, Revocation ain't doing anything super crazy, revolutionary, brand new here. They have a very well-established sound and identity and style, and they don't really stray from that on this album. That's not to say New Gods, New Masters doesn't at least have a few little tricks up its sleeve. Much like the Outer Ones and Nether Heaven, New Gods, New Masters does a great job at making the familiar sound and feel fresh and new and unfamiliar. You've got the opening number and title track, New Gods, New Masters, starting things off very strong with a hefty foundation of epic plotting, somewhat ominous double bass percussion, and lurching metallic riffs. It continuously builds upon itself, reaching towering proportions, before eventually making the switch into classic, vintage Revocation thrash and death metal with very chewy, meaty, technical riffage and some very venomous, shrill, guttural vocals. I like how it introduces very elegant, elastic, regal, soaring guitars all throughout the cut as well, weaving in and out of the forefront of the sound, going through all these different peaks and valleys. It keeps you invested and excited with its strong variety of just badass metal acrobatics. Maybe it's not totally brand new, but who cares? That was a killer show! And from there on, the good times keep on a-rollin'. Following number, Sarcophagi of the Soul, for instance, leans more into the thrashy side of Revocation, almost kind of taking me back to the days of the self-titled album. Tons of tight, razor-sharp, surgically precise thrash metal riffage here, with still that kind of death metal heft and bulk and muscle kind of underneath it. Tons of slimy technical bass parts and some sick, disgusting grooves as well. Then Confines of Infinity introduces an interesting mix of stark, stormy, thrash and death metal, and also more slow-paced, tense, apocalyptic, almost kind of like chugging, pounding, plotting riffs and beats. It's like Revocation's take on like beat-down hardcore in a sense. The back and forth between these speeds and styles creates a lot of tension, a lot of atmosphere, a lot of contrast. Love the inclusion of Travis Ryan of Cattle Decapitation fame and his sneering, goblin demon-esque vocals as well. Tons of other guest stars too on the record, might I add. For example, Cronenberg has Johnny Davey from Job for a Cowboy showing up to add some extra vocal muscle to some very chewy, chunky, technical, groovy death metal. Luke LeMay of Gorguts fame can also be heard on the album's massive closing number, Buried Epoch, which is filled with agonizing twists and turns and darker shades and tons of cinematic grandeur, all kind of weaved within Revocation's signature technical smorgasbordian extreme metal. And there's also a really cool instrumental number called The All-Seeing featuring jazz guitarist Gilad Hexelman, which will absolutely have prog and tech metal guitar nerds salivating. The album's lyrical themes and overall concept as well are more timely and potent and poignant than I expected. Very consistently, Revocation is writing about the failures of tech and science and humanity's need to experiment on the helpless, and also humanity's reliance on and idolatry of artificial intelligence and the people who bring it to us. The album's title itself, New Gods, New Masters, comes from this idea that Dave has that some people just need to worship gods. And now, these tech CEOs and these AI programs are the new gods, the new masters. As Dave elaborates, it seems as if that desire is encoded in our DNA. As science and our understanding of nature and the universe as a whole increases, the religions of the old gods start to become obsolete. However, I believe we've replaced our old gods with new ones, worshipping technology and creating a cult-like idolatry of innovators. Kinda hard to argue with that premise as I see people going to hell and back to defend AI and techno-fascists as well. Ugh. Oh god, we're so fucked. Very strong 4 to 5 for me, leaning heavily towards a 4.5 out of 5. If there were a few more twists and turns here and there, and in general, if it were on the same kind of like level as records like Deathless or the self-titled, which remain my favorites, you know, we'd be looking at a 4.5 out of 5. Everyone sounds amazing. I mean, the percussion, the bass, the vocals, the guitars, every guest feature, all of the lyricism, the production, it's all fantastic. There's no reason why a longtime Revocation fan would not enjoy this album at all. I really don't have anything else to say at this point, so let's start wrapping things up. New Gods, New Masters, very strong 4 to 5, leaning heavily towards a 4.5 out of 5. Honestly, as I listen to this more and more and continue dissecting every little bit of it, it could eventually kind of linger over into the 4.5 out of 5 territory. Great record, fucking fantastic, as per the norm, with Revocation. Check it out. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I am not an expert, nor do I claim to be. So what do you think? Do you like this record? Do you not like this record? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe. Other buttons, other videos here. Join us on Discord. Goodbye. I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed right now.